He fights in the co-main event. It's King Bobby Green. So it's time to go one round with Bobby Green. Bobby Green, how you doing, my brother?
What's up, big dog? What's going on with you?
Good, baby.
DC,
Bobby, you said
why you call that man by his whole name, though? Like, what you doing? Why would you, when you say Bobby Green, what's happening? You don't even hit my boy with a BG. You're not like, what's up, Bobby? It's like, Bobby Green, how you doing?
Nah.
What you...
Yeah, I'm not messing with Bobby like that. I ain't messing with Bobby like I've known Bobby since King of the Cage, bro. Me and Bobby was two broke brothers fighting in New Mexico way back in the day. And Bobby always carried his belt. It's great to see Bobby doing great things. Hey, Bobby, last week you lost your opponent originally, Dan Hooker. You said,
Yes,
give me a gangster to step up. Did you expect it to be someone like Jailn Turner?
Nah. Out of all the guys that raised their hand, he wasn't one of the guys that raised their hand. So I wasn't expecting him at all. I was expecting all these guys that were actually asking for it. But I take wherever they give me.
You know, Bobby, you look at this fight and, you know, you were preparing to fight Dan Hooker. Now you're fighting Jalin Turner, who we've seen in the octagon with Dan. What are some of the issues that presents when having to adjust to a fighter with such a different fight style than the guy you were preparing for?
I really don't pay too much attention to all that. At the end of the day, I look at it more like fighting is what if I just ran into you in a backyard, you know? What if we just ran each other in the club and we had to fight? You just got to fight. And so more so than thinking about how you're going to get prepared, you just look at it like a fight and it's going to play the way it plays out.
Bobby, you know, one thing that I just said earlier was that we knew each other from King of the Cage, Strike Force. We have all this connective tissue. And I have always watched you have an ability to make people relate to you. So when you hit the curtain, no matter where we are, Bobby, people go crazy. Generally, that's not the case, right? Because you can be a bit brash and you're like fun. Did you ever expect the crowd to start to take to you in the way that they have? Being that you talk in the octagon, you point at people. I see you almost like you are who you are. You are a black guy. You're not really trying to hide that. You have a personality and you live with it. But the crowd has seemed to be drawn to you. Did you expect that?
Man, it's just real, you know, it's in your face. I'm the last of the real OGs, you know, and I think the crowd finally gets it, you know. I've been waiting years for this, you know, and it's finally starting to happen. So just being in the moment, from the moments I come back from the curtains to the time that I go back under the curtains, it's a show. And so I think that the crowd finally gets it. Like, I feel like I'm a rapper and shit. I come out and I do this different thing than everybody else does.
And you know, like DC mentioned this, and we often talk about the culture of fighting and how you can stand out if you be authentic to yourself. But let's get a bit into your 2023. Like, you start the year off with the loss, but then you have a great performance against Tony Ferguson. You knock out Grant Dawson, and now you're about to fight again against Jalin Turner. What has made you want to be so active this year, and how have you turned around and found success after losing to Islam Makhachev and Jared Gordon?
First of all, the Jared Gordon fight was a no contest from a headbutt, and I actually wanted Jared Gordon to be the guy to step up so we can go and finish our business, but that didn't happen. Islam, I took on 10 days notice after just getting into a fight a week or so before that. And so people always look at wins and losses and they don't see what really happened behind it, you know? And then, to be honest, it's really 5 fights in a year span. You forgot about Drew Dober too. I actually fought too. So in 5 fights in a 12-year span, nobody's doing this, especially at my age. Like, DC's telling you, hey, he started when I was back around doing it. He's gone now. He's retired. I'm still doing this at the highest level, fighting the most amount of fighters, you know, staying the most active, as old as I am. I'm still out here putting it out here and doing this that nobody else wants to do at this level.
Bobby, when you beat Grant Dawson last fight, and I spoke about this on the broadcast, you had had opportunities to fight these guys, right? These moments to get inside the rankings. and you did it emphatically. You finished him. I went to that octagon with you afterwards, and we did a post-fight interview, and it was always gratitude. For you, it's always gratitude to the people around you, the guys that have been with you since day one. To get that big, Bobby, my call was, Bobby did it. That's what I said. Oh my God, Bobby did it, right? Because we had seen you have those opportunities before.
you're fired up.
What did it feel like to deliver on that moment when you had chance to get a kid that was talking about championships and you put him out in the first round?
It's just a blessing, you know. Everything is, I call my style poetry in motion. I just want it to be beautiful to watch, you know, and everybody and kind of enjoy it. But at the same time, I'm just here to be gracious and thankful for everything I get, you know. In this sport, it's the toughest sport on the planet. And so you could be injured tomorrow. This thing could end tomorrow. And so I live it in the moment, and I go through everything I go through for just the day. I can't think about tomorrow. I can't think about that. I just got to be thankful for today. And so I'm thankful for everything that's ever happened in this game, and just sucking it all in.
Yeah, you know what? I don't want to talk about the future too much. I know you're thinking about today, but I want to talk about Saturday. You mentioned getting a gangster to step up. I feel like Jalin Turner is that type of dude, and we already know what sort of energy you're on every time you get into the octagon. This is a great fight card. What can we expect from you once you step into the cage?
What you can expect from me, fireworks, a lot of somebody getting hit, you know, smooth, slick, just different from everybody else. That's what I'm trying to do, is separate myself from everybody else. I'm not trying to be like y'all. I'm trying to be like me, you know? And I hope I don't come off cocky or arrogant. I just try to do something a little bit different. That's it.
Yep. Bobby, but listen, you are unapologetically you, and that's what you've always been. And Bobby, from the Apex last time, now you fight in front of a crowd that's going to be crazy. And if you come out to the song, last time Bobby come out to that song, ski it. And then when he left, they called me Bobby.
Go hard, though.
Bobby, hey, he came out. Bobby come out the sexy red. And then he leave the Bobby Schmurder. I mean, come on, Bobby Green. What's going on, man?
Man, I know. Everybody wants me to keep coming out to that song. And I'm like, now it seems like it's my song. I'm like, nah, I just played it once. Like, I'm a guy that I'll do something. I'm going to keep kind of popping these new things off depending upon where we are. And we're in Texas. And Texas is giving me the first time that it went crazy was in Texas. So this one's special for Texas. I want to do something that's Texas, you know, just something that's for them. And not for like me, like Ski. It was just something funny that I was trying to do, you know?
Yeah, that's dope.
My man. Well, good luck this weekend, brother. Thank you for joining us.
I appreciate you. It's an honor to be on the show. Thank you guys so much. And keep killing it out there.